This is a long article and you can read it if you want to, but I'm going to summarize it as quickly as I possibly can. No Man's Sky is under investigation for misleading advertising. Now you might say, what is the circumstance that could come from this? What if they are found guilty? Well, I've got bad news for you. It's not much. Before I get into that and before I divulge what will happen to them, which they will eventually be found guilty more than likely, and what's going to be the repercussions as such, let me explain who is investigating them. So after several complaints were filed because of misadvertising, the ASA, which is the UK-based advertising standards agency, is now investigating the developer Hello Games, and I'm very curious if the FCC is going to get involved as well. This is the game that was claimed to be infinite, showed a lot of bullshit E3 footage, stuff that didn't come into the game. Now, they went on and were quoted as saying, I can't speak about other countries, but in the UK here, there are regulations about providing advertisement material that could mislead a consumer in some way. For example, displaying things that do not, in fact, exist. And that would be the big smoking gun of No Man's Sky. The ASA say they have received a number of complaints, and so the points below aren't necessarily all related to things that someone personally took stock with, but rather issues that they took out as the most clear-cut problems from amongst all of the complaints. There are a lot of complaints, and I think the massively biggest one is that they're still using E3 promotional material, stuff that is not in the game currently and was not in the game at launch, and they're still using it. And the Steam page trailer is still there. It is not a misstep. It is not a mishap. It is the E3 trailer that was up there, which is why they are being investigated. Things might have changed since this video came out. I don't know. They might have seen this article and said, oh shit, we need to remove the E3 trailer because we don't want to get investigated. Apparently, what is going to happen is the most likely outcome though, and this is the most ridiculous. The most likely outcome is that they're not going to have to pay shit tons of money. They're not going to be banned from developing and selling games. No! You know what's going to happen? All they're going to have to do is be forced to remove the infringing content that is misadvertising. Yeah, but see, if no one was permitted a refund, if no one was able to get a refund, I'd be a little bit more pissed than I am now, because everyone was able to actually refund their PC games and say, oh, okay, I don't like this game. It wasn't what I wanted. Originally, it wasn't what was shown. Can I get a refund? Yes, I can. Thank you very much. A large number of people don't play it anymore. A large number of people got refunds. So really, there's not much else you can do to Hello Games. Hello Games is finished. They're fucking done. If Sony allows them to make No Man's Sky 2, or hell, even continue to support their game with DLC, I would be extremely shocked, honestly, because it's just such a huge fuck up. This is what I would consider to be the breaking point of what shitty games and shitty developers have been doing to gamers, where gamers have just been taking it and saying, oh, okay, you kind of screwed us on this, but whatever. It's kind of like with Destiny. Destiny didn't get investigated, even though they promised quite a bit more, and it wasn't what it was. But yet, this one gets investigated. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Destiny, but I think this is where it comes to a head, where gamers just aren't going to take anymore. It's enough's enough. And now that we live in a more connected digital age, we are able to email, blog post, forums, fucking Tumblr, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, anything to get the message out. Hey, there's some bullshit happening here. Let's get them shut down. Let's get them investigated. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I think false allegations, they're horseshit. And as for me, living in America, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. But the evidence is fucking blatant. When I last checked the Steam page before I did this story, the E3 trailer was still up as a trailer. So it's literally misleading people into buying the game still. Fucking still! hell? So yeah, a little bit ridiculous. Just add a little pinch of water and it'll reconstitute into a whole lot of bullshit, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know what else to elaborate on this. I want to give a nice word of warning to everyone out there. Don't fall into the trap where you are pre-ordering games, you're buying games day one, you're buying games just because your friends are buying games. If you're going to buy a game because you and a group are going to enjoy it, make sure you enjoy the game yourself, or you're just going to have a game that's going to collect dust. You're not going to have a good time anyways because you don't like that game. And hence, No Man's Sky being a perfect example. If you bought it because you bought into the shitload hype machine, the full fucking mismarketing, the lies, if you bought into all that, then it's your own fault for not waiting literally just a few hours after the game released, because many sites put their reviews up right the day of because of those embargoes. So that's really on you, ladies and gentlemen. If you choose not to wait and you want to buy it day one, hey, far be it from me to tell you how to spend your money, but being investigated, probably not really a good thing. I'm going to be using No Man's Sky gameplay footage as the background. It's going to be recorded on my wife's PC because I won't taint my PC with that bullshit. I hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. Leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't if you didn't, and leave me a comment on how I could personally improve and do these videos better. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless.